What's up, YouTube? It's your boy back at you with another video. Glenn Kestner live, not from Roosevelt Hill Cemetery, but special edition of Roosevelt Hill Cemetery. Brought all the way from Hawthorne, New Jersey. I am in Halloween salvation mode right now. Looking behind me is the infamous, really cool haunt, Summit Avenue Cemetery right here in Hawthorne, New Jersey. I've got Sal standing right next to me. We're going to get him on. I'm going to ask him some questions. We're going to go on this cool journey together. He's going to show you what he has made, what he has transformed his house every single Halloween into a beautiful work of art. So you guys want to see this, you need to come and walk with me. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, we have right here on Roosevelt Hills with us my friend, my good friend, Sal. Sal, welcome everybody. Say hello to everybody in the Halloween world out there.
Thank you very much for having me. It's an honor to have Glenn here. This has been a very long process for over the course of 3 years, a little over 4, maybe almost 4 years, but it's an opportunity to get the name out there, and I appreciate all of you that watch this channel. And Halloween is a great time of year, and it should be celebrated the way that we do it here, especially in Hawthorne.
Absolutely, Sal. Let me ask you this. Can we find you on YouTube, any kind of social media platforms?
We are on YouTube. We are on Instagram. We are on Facebook. We are on TikTok. All Summit Ave Cemetery. You can find us all on these handles. Summit Ave Cemetery.
Jersey's big, y'all. We go big here. So you know what? I know you guys do big in other states, but you know what? Can't sleep us on here in New Jersey.
No, absolutely not.
Sal, walking around here, really was just taken back by a lot of things of how and what you've put into this. I know it's a labor of love. There's hours and blood, sweat, and kind of tears into this.
Absolutely.
The thing is, for the guys, at home, I'm just going to pair over here to the left.
Sure.
This is what I really love, Sal. You put your physical address number in with your haunt, right? So you guys have an identity. And I'm looking even down at the tombstones, Hawthorne Day. Can you get into the rigmarole of how you've come up with your names, and are these people that you know?
So there's Hawthorne Day, for an example, was every year Hawthorne has a community day, and we took to Hawthorne Day one year to advertise the cemetery for Halloween. And I thought it'd be cool to display how to make a tombstone at the table, and that's one of the ones that I made at the table. So people came by and checked me out how to paint it, how to age it, stuff like that.
That is extremely wild.
So I thought that would be pretty cool, so people could see it. As far as William Arroyo, he actually is a realtor in town. Last year I opened up plots for people that wanted to advertise in town their businesses. I have a couple. That's really what that is. I have Blackjack Mulligan's is a restaurant in town.
Wait a minute, let's see. Where is that? Where is that? Blackjack
Mulligan's.
There it is. Yep. That's
one of my favorite restaurants.
But I tell you, looking in the back, and I took a zoom. I took a video of that up front. Can't really zoom it up, but right there in the middle is Anthony Woodle, 1991 to 2020. Sal, get in there and why that name?
So Anthony Woodle was a YouTuber that I fell in love with because his passion for the holiday itself was just unmatchable. What he was doing on his channel and for the holiday itself was just remarkable, and I fell in love with anything that he touched Halloween wise. And unfortunately we lost Anthony in 2020 to cancer, and one of his wishes that he put on his YouTube page was if anybody wanted to create a tombstone of him and put it in their display, and I was like, absolutely, because he was a huge inspiration to me before I even started doing any of this.
That's outstanding, Sal. And as we, as his fiance is left behind, her name's Emily. We're also very friendly with Emily. Emily, if you're watching, look at the legacy your boy has left. Even for the people that all the way here in New Jersey, Roosevelt Hills does it. We do it. Keith over at Cobwebs does it. Sal here at Hawthorne. Summit Avenue Cemetery. We all do it, and we all pay close attention to those. Especially the ones that have passed on. And he was one of the patriarchs as far as YouTube.
One of the originators. Yeah. One of the originators.
Exactly. Really love the what you put into the arch, and I'm imagining that this is what made out of pool noodles and things.
PVC PVC structure wrapped in pool noodles. Now, I obviously I'm not the creator of this. There's another YouTuber called Oak Lane Cemetery.
Yeah.
So
we're a big fan of Oak Lane.
I love his work. His impaled corpse is just out of this world. Like, he makes movie style stuff.
And I love that you're taking what the YouTube community in essence does for the Halloween community, that is.
Absolutely.
And people are putting them out there and going, wow, you know what, I really, really would love to make that, and I'm not sure if I can make that. We get out of our comfort zone a lot of this. And let me ask you, when you start these projects, do you start sometime in the summertime? Do you already have things already, kind of cooking in Sal's?
The process never ends. I have stuff 2 years in advance ready to go.
Sure.
So I plan accordingly. I already have the plan for next year. It's going to be much, much different than this. But yeah, the builds are year round, because they don't take days at a time. They take weeks, and especially if you work 40 hours and you have 2 kids and a wife and a life, it's hard.
Oh, absolutely. Sal, let me ask you, being that we're in some hilly terrain up here, how do you get by with the New Jersey winds, the October winds? How do you get away with dealing with that nonsense? Do you stake these things down, or do you kind of hope for the best? Or
I just every October we usually get one bad storm. It's unbelievable, and I lose sleep some nights just watching the stuff sway back and forth, and I do hope for the best. I nail it down as best as I can. Thankfully, knock on wood, I haven't lost a single prop yet. So
good stuff. I'll tell you what, Sal, looking at these tombstones, are you making them out of the styrofoam and wood, and how are you making it? I mean, we want all your secrets, but we kind of
to me, it's not about secrets. It's really about inspiring. Like I said before, Halloween is just it's an event. It's a holiday to me. It's not just some passing day. The more people that I can inspire to decorate and to create things is really what it's about. And to answer your question, yeah, the tombstones are majority of the insulation foam, pink insulation foam.
Sure.
Any Home Depot or Lowe's, and some modifications as well. We dry lock them. Gives it like a nice sandy stone texture. That's really it.
Absolutely.
Nothing special. Time.
I was going to say time. We always seem to run out of time.
Time is, a decent tombstone you could work on for at least a week. So.
Oh yeah. Well, listen, Sal, your fog game is on point. I have to commend you on that. You've got a couple fog machines. You got one over in the pumpkin patch there.
Yep.
And it looks like you're just little blast, little short, little burst here and there. Are you running it through a like a corrugated pipe or anything like that?
I just have
holes?
like the standard. You could get them at Home Depot or Spirit or any type of Halloween store. They connect right to your regular smoke machine, and you could snake it through your grass and wherever you want it to be, and it'll distribute the the smoke evenly instead of just a gust of smoke up into the air.
Of course.
So on a more non-windy night and the air's a little thicker,
sure,
it sticks around a lot more.
Tonight, absolutely.
Tonight it's kind of traveling a little bit, but we make do.
Absolutely. All right, so we're gonna follow Sal as he's got his shirt. Nothing scary, except the fear.
Right.
Now we can get shirts, merch. You have a merch store or anything like that?
Unfortunately, no. I do a bunch of shirts like every year, and I give them. If I do Hawthorne Day, I wear it, and just advertisement. That's all.
Oh, that's definitely cool. Yeah. Definitely cool. But like I said, man, make them, and people will come.
I'm sure they would. I'm sure they would.
So the kids are gonna walk right up these stairs, right? Where I'm following you, Sal.
Yes, sir.
Right, and I'm gonna walk up, and I'm greeted, of course, by Oh, the lovely nun,
Valak.
Valak. Love the Do Not Enter. Fantastic. And you've got your short circuit bulb going, and your trick-or-treater ghosts. And Chucky right there.
Chucky's right there.
Got your pumpkins. But you know what? This was the one thing I couldn't. I said, oh my God. I'm like, he may actually made. put Annabelle in the case.
Right.
Now, you just drag that from inside your house, and you're like, you know what? I'm going to put Annabelle in it.
So this case was, I had bought Annabelle, and I didn't make Annabelle, unfortunately. But that is I believe that's a Trick or Treat Studios Annabelle.
Oh, yeah.
The case was the hard part. Finding the right case to display it took about 6 or 7 months to find.
Sure.
And it was a lady was giving it away. They were cleaning out her mother's basement, and I'm like, please, can I have this?
It's like, it's going to go so well.
And of course she asked me for what. So I had to explain that. And she actually is a big horror fan, Halloween fan, and she loved the idea. So she gave it to me without even taking any money.
So when you knew you had the Annabelle in mind, were you thinking, hey, should I go the original way, put the Raggedy Ann doll in there?
I did think, but I didn't think anybody would really
get it.
Oh, like OG people and people that know would get it. But
people that obviously know the movie,
right,
that they all know it's Annabelle.
They would know that more.
Yeah, sure. And I love that. That is where your brain goes to.
Right.
Again, and just like anybody that loves these movies, that's exactly what we think. We say, you know what? Yeah, maybe the Raggedy Ann doll. And then I said, but there's nothing scary about the Raggedy
Ann. The idea.
Except Mrs. Kestner. Mrs. Kestner actually has a Raggedy Ann doll in the spare room. I won't go in that room.
I wouldn't either.
That creeps me out.
I wouldn't either. It's the grandpa from Texas Chainsaw.
Nightmare. I was just gonna say. I'm looking
Hospital.
at him. I said, "Wait a minute. That looks like the grandfather from Texas Chainsaw." There he goes. Oh, there he goes. And he's even. Oh, I see. I love it.
So on selective nights we have interactive night, and I dress up as my character, the Chopper.
Okay.
And it's kind of a Texas Chainsaw Massacre-esque.
Gotcha.
Character.
Fantastic.
So this is our grandpa.
That's lovely. That's lovely. So it really freaks people out. They're like, oh my God, like I just saw him. He was just sitting there, and now he's alive.
Exactly.
Got it. All right, cool stuff, man. That is wild. Sal, let me ask you, do you do anything with sound?
I do have just regular like horror music, if you want to call it that, just eerie sounds. Whenever I'm out here, whenever I'm out here dressed up, I have just a Bluetooth speaker.
Yeah.
Thing pumps.
Oh yeah.
And it adds another layer.
Yeah.
Like it's amazing how frightened people can be just by listening to the music.
Well, of course. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I totally agree with you on that.
And that goes, even when I post stuff on Instagram and stuff like that, like the planning of it is very, very thought out.
Sure.
What I want people to hear, what I want people to think. Like if I could scare you before you get here, I already got you in the bag.
There is thought always put into it.
Always. It goes beyond just decorations.
Of course, there's a science behind it all.
Yes.
Absolutely. And the neighbors get behind you, Sal?
Yeah. I mean, I
as one pulls in.
I ask them every year since I've started this, is there anything from the previous year that you did not like, or would you like me to change that annoyed you or anything like that? And I had some fog. There was like a lot of fog one year, and
sure.
I dialed it back a little bit, but other than that, everybody's very supportive.
Gotcha. Well, listen, Sal, I appreciate the personal invite here tonight. I was working in one of my offices, and I knew this was good. This was a long time in the making, and I'm glad we were finally able to pull it all together and show everybody back home what you guys are missing here in New Jersey. Link in the description below where we can find you, as well as all your links, Sal, will be posted in there. The support will be always ongoing. And if you're ever in the area, in the northern New Jersey part, Hawthorne, New Jersey, not that far away. About how far away are you from New York?
About 25 minutes.
25 minutes. Yeah, so we're not that far away. which is great. And you can always like, subscribe, you know, always, of course, comments to Sal. He loves the comments. He loves
Love
the
'em.
feedback.
Good and bad.
Oh, absolutely. You know, and this is, like I said, Sal, this is truly amazing. How many years again have you been doing this?
This is going to be our 4th year. We started late 2019, thinking that 2020 was going to be a great year, and you know, obviously we don't know what happened there, and that just made it even more of a necessity to do, because with lockdown and COVID, and
Sure.
we didn't know what Halloween was going to look like come 2020, and I figured that would be the year to break out, and
Absolutely.
people did not really disappoint because people showed up in waves, and then it hasn't stopped since.
People will always dig what you put into this. Again, like we mentioned, it's a labor of love. It's a lot of blood. It's a lot of sweat and a lot of tears. Follow him on Summit Avenue Cemetery.
Right.
So with that being said, this video is come to a close, guys. Thank you very, very much for stopping by. I appreciate it. Sal, dude, you're the man.
You're the man.
Listen, I can't light a candle to this guy. I can only learn from him, you know, watch his videos. You know, maybe Sal, you know, when you're actually building some stuff, you know, maybe some, you know, DIY stuff, and, you know, kind of take some people like through the journey of like what you're making and stuff like that. We'll definitely, you know, man, because I'm like looking at a lot of this stuff and I'm going, how do you corpse something like that? And I'm like, because I know I'm not very, very good at it. You know what I mean? But
It's ridiculous.
it is. It really is. But listen, Sal, thank you again. Happy Halloween to
Same
you
to
and your
you.
family. I
Thank you very much.
appreciate it. And guys, if you're stopping by, come on by. Tell them Glenn over at Roosevelt Hill sent you. Sal's going to be like, oh, God, yeah, that's awesome. But you know what to do. Say it once, say it twice, say it 3 times. Always keep it real. Take care.